All right, no, for real. We ready for the intro?
Yeah, hit us with the intro.
Gourmet and Gamer presents this random podcast. Find us on Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, Simplecast, gourmetandgamer.com, and YouTube.
Oh, you got them all at
I
once.
got them all. I remembered. Fuck.
Oh my god.
I'm getting
iTunes,
better.
Apple, anywhere you want to stream, we are out there.
Yep. So come holler at us.
Yeah, so
Let us know what you'd like to hear. Leave it in the comments. Message us. Call us. He has his personal phone number on the website. Blow his shit up and just prank call him.
yeah, it's not my personal, but if you want to think it is, then go for it.
Yeah, but no, for real. If we do have some regular listeners, and there's some stuff you want to hear us talk about, even if we don't know what the fuck about, we'll still try.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
try
fake it till we make it.
100%. There's
We are
nothing
both
else.
bullshit artists. We are good at it.
And let me just throw a disclaimer out there. We don't have a degree in any of the topics we talk about. We were talking
Nothing.
about
Not at all.
cryogenics and shit. Like, yeah, that no,
Science.
we know nothing about it.
I have a degree in internet.
Yeah, I barely have a degree in culinary. So
All right, so today I gave you a call and was like, "You want to record?" Because I was feeling some type of way. I was feeling good today, just on the drive home. And the reason why I think mainly is because I had time to decompress with my driving. Right, I haven't been out in the field in a while. Like driving is my first time. Yesterday was my first time this week going out of the house, and it gave me time to decompress. And when I drive is when I usually get a lot of my thinking done. Okay, and it allows me to reflect on just things that are going on at home, life, work, all that kind of stuff. And I realized that today is going to be an appreciation day. Okay.
oh, changing it
Yeah.
up.
Changing it up because I felt called upon to give appreciation to not only full time parents, because what you guys do every single day is a miracle. Okay. You guys deal with your children and your kids, especially with COVID and doing, the NIT schooling from home. All that shit is super stressful. I mean, I have a 4-year-old and she stresses me out beyond max, but you guys do it day in and day out. You guys are heroes, honestly. And I don't think you guys get enough credit for keeping your cool and composure the way that you guys do. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But what I was going to talk to you about before we hung up on the phone was omnivert. I think that's the term where you're both an extrovert and an introvert. I can be very extroverted at times when I go out. I can be the life of the party, center of attention. I have no problem. But then a lot of times I'm very introverted, right? I don't want to leave my house. I don't want to be bothered. I'll make plans because they sound fun and cool, but then when it comes time to do those plans, I'm like dreading it. I'm like, fuck, this doesn't sound like fun. And that's what I was talking about, like the podcast. Like I really enjoy doing the podcast, but when it comes time, you're like, "Hey, you ready to record?" And I'm just like, "I'm
it's
in
a
the middle of a game, or I'm doing this," and so it's like dragging me away from whatever I'm doing at the moment. It takes a lot for me. Having time to decompress, I think, is important, right? I think it's very important to
yeah,
set
it
time
is.
aside, even for full time parents or people that need to just go out and take a drive for an hour, turn on some music, some tunes that you enjoy listening to, and just really decompress and focus and reflect on how you're feeling and why you're feeling that way. And that's kind of what I was doing today on my drive home, was just kind of really reflecting on my behavior as of recently, especially with like Loli. I've been feeling kind of bad because I've had to get on her so much recently just because of her not listening. But I don't want her in years to come to go back and listen to these podcasts and it's always me complaining about her. I don't want her to feel that way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so I want her to know that I love her to death. I think she is far more intelligent than she needs to be at her age right now. Like she is too smart for her own good, and she drives me up a wall. But I miss her when she's not here. Like right now, she's at your mom's house, and you know I miss having her around. I do. She just needs to listen better, and we'll be perfect. Everything will be better. I promise. You know. Yeah, that's just what I want to kind of get off my chest today, and kind of go into that. So, what are your thoughts?
No, I mean about being an omnivore. I mean, I feel like I'm the same way, but I try not to make plans. Any plans. I'd rather not make plans. I think Mallory's a prime example, like where she makes plans and she over plans on
Yeah.
everything. Like every detail is meticulously like timed out. Like we'll be leaving at 7:51 and 23 seconds. She has that timed out where we're in the car. I don't. I just go with the flow.
Fly by the seat of your pants.
Oh my god, yeah. I try to as much as possible. The only time I'm actually organized and stick to a schedule is when I'm at work. And that's because I
Yeah.
feel like I need to be.
Right.
But every other aspect of my life, it's feels like a good day to do this.
Yeah. And see, that's where I'm at too, being, you know what I'm saying, more on the introverted side when, like, especially since COVID and having an excuse to be closed off, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? But there's times where things will just strike me. Like today, I call it just like, hey, let's record today. I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling good. I'm in that mood. Let's get it done. You know, and that's why I called. I was like, let's do this shit. But
Yeah.
then there's other times where, like, I'll get this wild hair up my ass to just, I need to go fucking clean out my car.
I never get that wild hair. My car's always a shit show.
It just, whenever the mood strikes me is usually when I perform my best. Not to say that, I don't do well in other situations when I'm forced to be in those situations, but I always know that I'm at my peak when I'm in that mindset, that good mindset of let's get shit done, right?
Yeah.
But I don't really get in those mindsets too often anymore. I think that's just because of being so closed off with COVID and having that reason to stay inside and not be bothered. It allows me to be, I guess, more lazy, but just kind of do my own thing at home, right?
Oh,
Which I enjoy. I absolutely enjoy that as well. So
I'm more comfortable when I'm doing what I want to do, you know? If I'm forced to do something, then I feel out of place. I feel
yeah,
I'm being forced to do something. So if like this podcast, for example, I enjoy doing it and
yeah,
I'm usually dictating when we record, so
yeah. You usually hit me up. Hey, you ready? Yeah. Let's do this tomorrow. That's
or
me putting it off,
yeah.
right? I'm just like,
And then I'm having to
and
call Debbie to be your assistant and be like, "Hey, can we?"
there's sometimes though when it's because a situation at home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If Loli's going to be home, I don't really want to record because I just don't want her distracting us or being loud and getting that, in the background, all the noise and stuff. I want it to be as
Intimate.
production quality as possible.
You want it to
Right?
be intimate. You want me to yourself. I understand. It's okay.
Yeah, whatever. But on that note, like, so what do you do for your time for decompression to just kind of take time to yourself and reflect?
So I'm very big on doing what I enjoy, right?
Yeah.
So I probably go to work and I cut about maybe 10, 12 pounds of onions. But doing that repeated task of dicing onions, cutting onions,
That's your time to cry.
yeah, no, not really. I don't cry anymore, but
It's your camouflage. It's when you get in and you just let your tears flow. What, are you okay? Just cutting onions, man.
Dad. No, so but doing that repeated task, like it for some reason it calms me down. If I'm mad or I do something that will make me mad, or that's what I do. It's weird. I can never do that at home.
Yeah.
When I'm at home, I need to keep my mind occupied.
Right.
Right? I don't know why, but I feel less stress when I'm at work. It's when I'm outside of work is when I feel like the stress getting on me.
Yeah. No, that's understandable for sure. Because at work, you're to your own vices, right? You're focused on work. You know what's expected of you, but at the same time, you can kind of do what you want to do.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
as far as that goes, and I kind of feel the same way. Like at home is when, like, even when I'm at home, like I don't take time to decompress. Like when I'm sitting here playing my games and stuff, that's not me decompressing.
No.
That's me keeping my mind busy and just doing, playing games either for enjoyment or for anxiety reasons, whatever the case is. It's just the way that, I keep my mind busy.
Exactly,
But
yeah.
I noticed that when I'm working, like either not really driving to somewhere unless it's a long drive, like I have an hour drive to a household or something. But it's usually when I'm driving home is when I really get to do that decompression and really reflect on like what's been irking me, or maybe, why have I been so on edge lately, and just different things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Can it also be with like the same four walls? You're seeing the same four walls every single day, and so when you do leave your house, it kind of expands what you've been seeing.
no, I think it more has for me. I don't think that's the case. I think it more has to do with the music.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like certain songs will trigger the way that I'm thinking about something, right? Like
Yeah.
I'll just be listening to a song, but I'll be in my thoughts, like deep in my thoughts. And while I'm driving, and that's really the only time where I get to get into music uninterrupted and really get into my own thoughts and dive deep into those because I'm alone. There's no distractions. I don't have video games. I don't have the internet. I'm driving. I'm focused on the, on my lane, what's in front of me. But at the same time, you can kind of zone out and just go into your head. You know what I mean? Kind of like with you cutting onions,
Yeah.
right? It's something that you've done repeatedly over and over and over to where it's muscle memory and
That's
you
all
can
it
kind of
is. Yeah.
just, you can go into your head and kind of just get into your thoughts. Well, it's the same way with me with driving, right? Like I'm consciously aware of what's
Of
going on
course.
around me,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I can really get into my thoughts and just get lost and really deep dive into, you know, thinking just
Your day to
about
day life.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that it's so important for anxiety, stress, whatever ails you at the moment, is to be able to take time and do that for yourself. I think it's super important.
So the only reason I mentioned the whole like four walls thing is because when quarantine was at its peak and we were all quarantined at home and I couldn't go to work, I need to be doing something, right?
Yeah.
It's taking a walk, taking Lofton to go play with Bubbles for 2 hours, or
Yeah.
taking a hike all the way up to the Target up the road. Like
I
we did
think a
something.
part of that is in play, but I think it's not so much the same four walls, it's the people within the same four walls.
Yeah.
Being confined in this space with the same people day in and day out with no break, right?
Yeah. Debbie's
Always
not that
being
pretty.
around Lowly. Oh no, that's not it. But you know, having Lowly, especially a 4-year-old child, being cooped up and pinned up, where she's used to being able to go to daycare,
Yeah.
play with her friends. They have recess. Things that will activate her brain, get
Yeah.
her imagination, and being able to play and then learn and doing all those things. Where now she's stuck at home, and we can give her tablet to do ABC Mouse, give her workbooks to work on school, but she lacks that focus. One, because there's not other kids who are also doing that because, you know, a kid sees another kid doing something, they want to do it too,
Yeah.
right?
Herd
That
mentality.
there's yeah, that concept, but then also not having anyone to play with because me and Debbie's working from 9 to 5 and she's bored out of her mind. I can't just let her go outside and play. She's 4. She has to have supervision.
Of
Can't do
course.
supervision while I'm working. So, and we try to make time after work to, if she wants to play a game, I'm like, after 5 o'clock, I'll play that game with, or, you want to go to Nana's after, 5 o'clock when we get done working? I'll take you to Nana's. You can go over there and play and hang out, do whatever. But I think that's also a part of the reason why she's so not really defiant, but just I think attention seeking at this point, whether it's good or bad, is because she's just bored.
Yeah. And the only
You
time
know?
she gets your attention or Debbie's attention between 9 and 5 is when
Yeah.
she's yelling or she's disrupting. So
Yeah.
I completely understand that. And she doesn't understand the concept of work, right? She understands that mommy and daddy are working, but she doesn't understand why they are
Why?
working. Yeah.
Right.
So
I mean, we've tried to explain to her too. Like, you enjoy having new toys, you enjoy food, having clothes, and a roof, but that concept's still not.
she's a 4-year-old at the end of
Yeah.
the day. So
Yeah. Exactly. No, I know.
you're trying to
But
teach a
then
4-year-old physics. It's still a 4-year-old trying to learn physics.
right. But like even just like me and Debbie can occupy the same space, hang out without even saying a word to each other. You know
Of
what I'm saying?
course.
I can be playing my game, she'll be reading her book, and there'll be times where she's on her phone and she'll see a meme or something and she'll laugh and show it to me and I'll be doing the same thing. I'll see something on my computer and I'll read it to her. And we're occupying that same space, but at the same time I think it's important too to have that break from each other, just without being in the same room. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And not even being in the same house, just having alone time to be able to just be by yourself.
Yeah,
I,
that's one of the main things why I think me and Mallory get along so well is because we have our own things that we're doing outside of the home, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Outside of her and I's relationship, we still have a life. So, I mean, it's
Yeah.
good.
I think quarantine has made that harder for people and has brought in not unwarranted feelings, but unnecessary feelings to the surface for a lot of people.
Divorce
Just
is on the rise
because,
because of quarantine.
yeah, well, because you're spending every fucking second with someone, they tend to get on your nerves sometimes, right?
Yeah. So
But
I think quarantine was the best thing that could have ever happened to my relationship just because
okay,
I got back a lot of time that I missed when I was away. So I used to travel for work.
right,
And so traveling for work and being away for work, I was gone a very long time.
yeah,
This point last year, I was in Charlottesville, Virginia. So it gave her and I that time back in a sense
yeah,
to where we got to learn from each other, where we got to see what our quirks are. Did we get into arguments? Hell yeah. What
oh
couple
yeah,
didn't? But we learned how to manage those arguments.
right.
So,
But yeah, again, like I said, Appreciation Day was, I also want to give a shout out to Debbie as well for just dealing with me and my bullshit because I know I'm not an easy person to deal with. And, I can not really cause issues, but bring issues up just me being who I am. You know what I mean?
yeah.
A quirky individual with my anxieties and my mentality is just the way that I think sometimes. Like, so, shout out to her for just being awesome and loving me through all of the bullshit. So, and to my kid, obviously, for being who she is, just the rambunctious, brilliant deceiver.
All right, I need to make sure that she's not like holding a gun to your head or like off screen. Just
Nope, there's the dog. Nothing crazy. Just like I said, I got to really get in my thoughts today and reflect and just how positive I want it to be as far as just how happy I am with what I do have, how fortunate I am rather to be in a position where I'm still working and I have a family and despite how aggravated I can get with Loli, how much I do love and appreciate her every day because I mean she is a blessing. I don't want it to always be me getting on here because we tend to record after I've spent a week with her, just driving me crazy. And so
it can come off. So again, we're comfortable with each other, so we might say a lot more than we normally say outside to
yeah,
normal people. So that's what we record, right? We record our
yeah.
conversations, and what we record is that unfiltered conversations that probably should be filtered for the outside world. Cause
Exactly. Well, and that too, and the other thing is being on the internet, you know what I'm saying? All they know about us is the conversations that we give them on our
yeah,
podcast. They know nothing else about our personal lives, what goes on in our day to day. Not everything you see is the whole picture. And so that's why I kind of wanted to take today and just give appreciation and give props where they were due. Obviously, shout out full time parents because I said in the beginning, if I could be a full time dad, and not have to work and just take care of my kid, I would do it. I was so wrong. So very wrong in that
you're
aspect.
like, give me
Like,
a full time job, pension. I will do
yes.
that.
Well, I don't think I have the mental fortitude or the patience to do that job because that is a job. A full-time parent is a fucking job.
Yeah,
And as much as I love Loli, I need that time away to decompress and just get right in the head. You know what
of
I mean?
course.
And I think that's important for any full-time parents out there. Make sure you take time for yourself to just get away at least once a week to just be alone,
Yeah,
you know? So
yeah.
that was what was weighing on my chest today, and I just kind of wanted to get that off and,
Well, I'm glad you did. I mean, how many times do you have feelings where you just can't get off your chest or you don't have an outlet to? Or we're
right.
appreciative to have this, right? When we can
Yeah.
record it, we can talk to each other.
Yeah. It probably would have been much more in depth at the time that I called because I was in that headspace, like right then and there. It was fresh and the feelings were there. But like as I've gotten home, I had to finish working and finish a call and, got into my games and stuff. So like it kind of waned a little bit, some of the stuff, because I know there was a few other things I was thinking about that they're lost now. You know what I'm saying? They're gone in thought because
That's how your
It
head
was a
works.
yeah, well, it was a then and there, or
None at all.
it got pushed back and it's been repressed again until another drive later. Yeah, I've noticed that music plays a big factor on my moods too. I have like an upbeat playlist, right? But it's not just all upbeat music. There's very eclectic genre of music in my playlist, from hardcore gangster rap to heavy metal to the five heartbeats. It's
It's there.
everywhere. There's some songs that just they really they hit different. You know what I'm saying? They really make you think about things in life in general. And one of those songs was it's by Lucas Graham, 7 Years.
Yeah.
Right? That song
Very
is one of
popular
those
song.
songs. Yeah, but it like when you listen to it, it really makes me think. Jesus Christ, time does fly. I am 30. I will be 60 soon. And what have I done? What have I accomplished? And not that I feel like I haven't accomplished enough, but it's that time's running short, right? And I need to cherish the moments that I do have with my family instead of always being so aggravated and on edge at everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I have those thoughts as well, but in a very different sense. Like, if I were to die today, when am I leaving Lofton?
Yeah.
How am I setting him up? And so that's one of the main reasons why the first thing I pay off at the beginning of the month is my life insurance. So that way,
Yeah, something.
oh my God, yeah, it terrifies me. If I were to go dead today, is he going to take over my debt?
I don't think that's something that should be passed on, honestly, unless it's like a house,
Yeah.
right? But like credit card debt and all that stuff, I'm pretty sure that dies when you die.
I don't
Because
think it does.
I'm pretty sure who you going to pin it on? My name? I'm dead. Where are you taking it? You're eating that shit. That's your debt now. Credit card company. Like, no.
Fuck you,
But
Capital One.
yeah.
I'm kidding.
No,
Please
but
sponsor
like
us.
that's another thing, like life insurance. When I looked at it, you know what I'm saying? I always try to get the big one. If I do go out, I just want to make sure whoever I'm leaving behind is set.
Yeah.
They're good. They're good.
Oh, my
So
sole beneficiary is Lofton.
yeah.
Like there
Lily's
is
mine.
no cosign, anything like that. It's just straight Lofton. I have a living trust to where if I were to die,
Hmm.
the life insurance will go directly to Lofton, but at the expense, if he's under the age of 18, it will go into a trust and then it will be dispersed within 3 years, like small amounts.
Yeah.
So that way he's not getting X amount all at
He's
once.
plotting. He's plotting.
Well, they'll pay out life insurance if I get murdered or no, if I die suspiciously. I think that's what it said.
I mean, car accidents happen every day, bro.
Brake lines fail.
Yeah, that was the main thing I wanted to touch on was appreciation day. You know what I mean? Show some love to the family and to my support system because I don't feel like I do that enough. I definitely don't do that enough. But yeah, Loli, if you're listening to this in 20 years, I love you.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs or become a stripper. It's the only job. Please don't become a stripper. I will still love you if you do, but please don't. I just don't put me through that.
She's trying to pay through college, man.
And I mean that's understandable, but I'll take out loans and debts so you don't have to, you don't have to do that. There's nothing wrong with strippers. Don't get me wrong. Uh, I have visited, I have visited a many strip clubs in my time, and I have enjoyed them all. I would just prefer if it's not my daughter. That's all.
Just somebody
The,
else's daughter.
it's a double standard. I don't win this conversation.
No,
So,
by no means. So
um,
continue.
all the strippers out there, power to the people.
Except
Slowly, I love you, regardless. So,
go
yeah.
ahead. Just, I think your foot
Uh,
is not far enough in
uh,
your mouth. Just
I'm done digging. Just hand me the ladder. Let me get out of this hole.
support system. Now that you mention it, who would you consider a support system?
How do you mean?
So my support system, single handedly, probably like Mallory, Debbie. I call Debbie about 3 or 4 times a week, just
Yeah.
because she's my sister. I love her.
Yeah.
And so, but she also is a great person to talk to
Mm-hmm.
because I can do the absolute worst shit in the world and she will never think less of me.
That's because you're her brother,
Yeah. And
not me. It doesn't work that way for me.
nah. But a lot of people don't understand, like, so I'm going off on a different tangent. Debbie raised me.
Hmm.
That's what a lot of people don't realize. My mom worked all the time, right? So she
Right.
never was around like she is for like Sanjasit. So the only person that I was really left with was Debbie. So
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
But no,
I
for real.
kid.
Debbie was the one to make me dinners. Debbie was the one to make sure that I was up for school and ready to go. Debbie was always there. Debbie was my mom when I was growing up.
Right.
As much as she shouldn't have been. She should have been a child herself.
Yeah.
So I talked to Debbie like she is my mom because at the end of the day that's who I see as a mother figure.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. I think my support system, I mean, obviously Debbie, because like I said, she puts up with a lot of shit. Not with me, but like with my issues, like my anxiety.
Your
And she
shenanigans.
helps. Yeah, well, yeah, but she helps me a lot with that. Like if I'm having a moment, you know what I'm saying, or something, I know I can always go to her, talk to her, even if she'll just tell me I'm being stupid. She still understands that I understand that I'm being stupid, but my brain works the way that it works. She's there for me. There's been plenty of times where I've gone and laid down in bed, having, knowing that my day has been a day of anxiety, and she'll rub on my head or my back and just lets me know that she's there for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then obviously there's my mother. She knows when there's something wrong. Just flat out, I'll call. What's going on? Nothing. No, 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 no. Tell me what's wrong. Like mom knows best in that scenario for me. And then I got my friends, but they're more not so much support as they are
Comic relief.
comic relief. Yeah, but they keep it real with you. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
they're the people that you can go to, and they're just like toxically fucking funny. And they know who they are, but they're assholes, right? But I love them. You know what I mean? They're my friends, and I know I can count on them for whatever. And then I got Kelly. She's an old roommate of mine. We still hang out a lot and keep in touch. She's a person that I know I can go to if I ever needed anything. She would always be there for me, and I love her for that. So yeah, I mean, I got a pretty good support system as far as family and friends go. So happy for that, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Not really sure where to drag the conversation to there now.
If any of our listeners out there need a support system, or you just need someone to talk to, feel free to reach out to us, and I'll always listen. I may not give you the best advice, but you'll at least get some advice.
Yeah, listen, again, disclaimer, none of our advice
Not a
had
professional.
not a professional. Throw that
Please
out there.
do not hold me liable, but I will listen and honestly be there, for anybody for that matter. Because sometimes that's another thing. Like you don't know what people are going through. Like the people that you pass or that you see on a day to day. You know what I mean? You never know what someone's dealing with or what their struggles are. So always just be kind to people
Of course.
when you can. Despite me saying I always hate people, I do always try to be mindful that I don't know what someone else has going on at home or what their situation is. So they would have to really be nasty or piss me off really badly for me to just like, yeah, fuck you, right?
So the only time I get angry or I lash out or is when I'm anxious.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but lines make me anxious. I get
That poor old
irritable.
lady.
I get irritable. I get disturbed. It's just
Yeah, you yell at old ladies.
I get rude if you didn't hear my girlfriend in the background. I just
I
don't
didn't.
I don't like lines. I'm not sure because it's like it's wasting my time or I'm waiting in front of other people. It's not like I'm better. I should be going in front of them or anything. It's just I don't. I literally thank God I did at Best Buy. I just dropped something because there was 4 people ahead of me. I said nope, not worth it.
Yeah.
And Debbie picked up the ball and was like, "It's yours."
Yeah. Well, you better get a fast pass when we go on vacation.
Oh my God, I can't tell you how many tickets I got because I just go through the Fast Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just take the ticket. I'd rather to pay the $45 toll. Fuck it.
No, no, no. I mean, when we go to the vacation on the lines for the ride, you
Oh,
better get a fast pass so you're just not waiting in line.
thank God Mallory did. So we
Yeah.
went to Disney World last year.
Yeah.
Thank God she did, because even the fast pass lines was making me like, I,
Anxious.
lucky I didn't have a knife. I would have stabbed a bunch of little kids. Just massacre. The Disney massacre would have just straight up happened.
Well, that's when we went to Harry Potter World. The first day I didn't it was just a la carte, right? We did everything, no fast pass, no nothing. We were there for fucking 16 hours or something, dude.
No.
From sun up
Nope.
till sundown.
Nope.
We rode all the rides, but I'm telling you, by the end of the day, my legs and back hurt so bad, like I could barely get out of bed the next morning, and we were supposed to go back. And I'm not in shape for this. I'm not built for this. Like,
You're built
no.
different.
Yeah. So when we got there, I seen somebody at the cart line. And I was like, wait. I was like, is this legit? Like, you don't have to be injured to get this? And they're like, no. They're like, you can just $75, you can rent it and it's yours for the day. I was like, here you go. And I got one of those little scooters, dude. And I took that scooter everywhere. You know the best part about the scooter?
What?
You get to jump the line. No questions asked. They're just
Holy
like, come
shit.
on. The first couple of lines, I try to like pretend like my knee was hurt because I felt bad because I was cutting all these people. But after like the third ride, when that rolled up and they're like, come on in. I was just like, later, nerds. I should have went to the front line. And the day after that, Debbie and them went to the beach, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna go back to the park by myself. I got another scooter, and I got to enjoy the whole park by myself in all its glory, just driving around, eating churros and shit. It's like,
oh man,
I was those people you look at and they're like, there ain't nothing wrong with that motherfucker. He's just lazy. You're right.
you know
I
what?
was.
Obesity's an illness now, so boom.
Wasn't even obesity. It's just lazy. But you know what? I paid for that $75 for that cart. I drove that motherfucker everywhere.
But see, you paid. You get the perk.
Yeah. They even put it on the train for you, so when you get off the train, it's right there waiting for you.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I got to go to the track to track or the park to park or whatever. Boom. I'm good to go. It was fun, dude. I had a good time. This
Holy
shit was a
shit.
blast.
Talking about Harry Potter World. Mallory's watching Harry Potter from 1 all the way to 8. And then we're going to watch Fantastic Beasts. I am super excited for her. We just finished 1 yesterday.
I'm pretty sure you told me this, I think, on the last podcast, or maybe it was just in conversation.
I think it was just we talked too many times.
Yeah, we did. It gets blurry when we're recording and not recording, but yeah, I'm surprised
I'm always.
You said she's. Yeah, you said she's never read the books either, correct?
Never read the books. Never watched the movies.
She needs to read the books too, because the books are better.
Holy shit. I just read something online. We could rent out an entire movie theater for 20 people for $150 and watch up-to-date movies. Why haven't we done it?
I mean, do you know 20 people?
Do we need 20 people?
No.
Exactly. You're telling me I can have a theater to myself?
Yeah.
For $1.50?
Can we watch whatever we want?
Yes.
We bring our own movies.
They have like a family favorites, and they have like a list of like 100 movies.
So they have everything on there
for $100, and then they have. Wow, what were you gonna bring?
Pornhub. Boom. No,
I just want the cinematic theater.
Yeah, I just want to see it on the big screen, the silver screen, right? No, I was just curious if like we bring our own movies and shit, but
nah. So you can.
I mean, I don't have any movies.
You can pick the family favorites for $99, or you can pick up-to-date movies, like the theater release movies at the current time for $1.50.
Now, $1.50 is that you get to watch one movie?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't read it that far, but I just read like.
Well, because that's what's important. I'm not spending $150 to watch one movie.
Fuck, I will.
I'll just stream it at home. Wonder Woman 84. Watched it right here in my living room.
But it was
comfy.
A trash movie.
I mean, it wasn't great, but
I'll pay $1.50 to watch Goodfellas up in theaters.
But I mean, we can watch Goodfellas at home in our PJs comfortably.
I could watch Goodfellas in a theater for $1.50 in my PJs.
I mean, I do go to the theater in my PJs. It's not unheard of.
No.
I go to the store in my PJs sometimes. I just don't care. I'm comfortable like that.
Listen, I'm the same person that will drive 2.5 hours to Louisville to watch one movie and then drive back.
Yeah. I mean, if that's something y'all want to do, I'm down. It's whatever. Make it happen.
Oh my god, I want to see if I can convince the theater to just let me watch all 3 Godfathers.
That's a long time. Oh,
Who
like
else
what,
did
two and a half hours a pop?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
But they're god tier movies.
No, I mean, I'm not disagreeing, but we should do the Harry Potter 1 through 7, part 1 and 2.
It's 1 through 8, bro.
Yeah, yes, technically. That way she can get the silver screen experience
But
like it's meant to be.
We had to convince an AMC theater to let us do 1 through 8.
Is it only AMC?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, shit, they're about to go bankrupt anyways, right?
I don't know. I think movie theaters are going to become a thing of the past not too long. With the way everything is going, the streaming platforms releasing the movies day of. Because, I mean, HBO Max isn't the only person to do that. Disney Plus has done it.
Yeah, with
I
Soul.
mean,
Soul was destined for theater
Soul,
release.
Mulan.
Yeah, both theater releases.
Yeah.
Trolls was World
Tour. Yep.
That
The movies we know because of our kids.
You know how many
Not
times I
because
bought
we
that
watched
fucking
them.
movie? Lofton wanted to watch it. So I thought it was for a treat. We pulled out the couch. We were like, all right, cool. We have a pull-out couch, like the bed for the couch. Yeah, so we just watched the movie there. We got popcorn. It was just a 24-hour rental. The next day he wanted to watch it again.
Should have just bought it.
It was, at the time, it wasn't there for...
Oh, you couldn't buy it for the $24 or whatever?
No, so I paid another $24. And then 2 weeks later, he wanted to watch it again.
I would have just said no. Watch something else.
I feel bad. So
Yeah.
Sorry,
Until I this movie, we're gonna watch something else.
And then I ended up fucking buying the movie.
And he hasn't watched it since.
Never. He has not watched it once.
That's how it goes.
Yes.
My favorite is when I wake up and Debbie's like, "Did you buy a movie on Amazon?" No, I haven't been on Amazon. Loli's been on Amazon, and she bought Peppa Pig.
Your grown ass watching Peppa Pig?
Well, no, she didn't know what it was. She's seen that something that had been purchased on Amazon. I'm like, no, I haven't bought nothing. Asta has bought in a couple movies. But just stepping on the remote, he has purchased a few movies as well.
Any good ones?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I really don't.
You want to know what grinds my gears right now?
What's that?
When Mallory wants to start speaking out loud when I'm recording, just to
I can't hear.
Oh, I know. Just to I guess to prove me wrong, or just to prove that I'm spreading misinformation somehow.
What misinformation are you spreading?
That Lofton has watched the Trolls. They're not sponsoring us. Stop showing the bag.
You never know. They might one day. They'll see us and they'll be like, "Damn, you was the one throwing our shit up on there. We got like thousands of orders put in." I was like, "Yeah, sponsorship. Give me free popcorn. I'll keep putting y'all out there."
That's all you want?
That shit's good.
I hope you know this whole production thing costs money.
Look, this is the wings and ranch. If you want, I can go to my kitchen and get the other 5 bags I ordered of different flavors.
Motherfucker, you haven't even tried the one that I got you.
Sour cream and chives, dill pickle, cookies and cream. So good.
All right, can you just cut out sponsoring them, please?
I'm just naming flavors.
All right, actually, I do want to give a shout out to a company that's not sponsoring us. Frothy Monkey. Jesus. Their cinnamon rolls are the tits.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they are delicious. A little too sweet for me, but absolutely delicious. And their coffee, fucking amazing.
And we're doing call outs. I'm just saying,
nobody wants that shitty water.
Sparkling ice, you are the best. Your pomegranate blueberry, never stop making it.
Bro, we should just start making social media posts for these companies that don't sponsor us.
Yeah.
Force them into a sponsorship.
Use my promo code. What is it? Oh, we haven't gotten one yet.
Not yet.
We're still waiting for the company. Hey, company. Yeah.
You know what? Can you spam the company to just give us a promo code?
If it worked like that, man, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Why not?
I think you have to have an audience first.
Damn.
Mm.
You're really gonna diss the 30 listeners that we have?
Do we really have 30 people?
Yeah, 30 unique
Holy shit.
listeners.
That's crazy. What was this, episode 5?
Episode
6?
five.
5. This is 5, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
hi, 30 people. I'm impressed with that, honestly. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, me, you, Debbie, Mallory. That's 4. So
Well, then there's like 4 of my friends that may be listeners.
that's 8. So 22. 22 unique listeners outside of our inner
Still,
circle.
that's still pretty good.
Yeah, some dude in San Francisco. Shout out to him.
San Fran, let's go.
Some dude in Birmingham. I was like, all right, Birmingham, I see you. Way to show
All
up.
right.
People in Connecticut. I was like, all right, back home, I see you.
Connecticut, that's probably Josh, the guy I used to work with.
Yeah, I was like,
'Cause
all right.
he hit the thumbs up on Facebook on my first video that I posted. So that's possible. Shout
Possible.
out to anybody that I know that's listening that didn't get called out. Thank you. We appreciate your support.
Yeah. Appreciation
Don't for-
episode, right? Like
Yeah, exactly. Appreciation Day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and the follow button on whatever platform you're on.
shout out to my screaming girlfriend in the background. Shout out to her.
What?
Just interrupting again. Woo!
Hey, see now I don't need the Michael Jackson picture. I can just do it.
I'm making sure she's not throwing shit at me.
I can do it live time. Live time with the Southern Colonel's gourmet popcorn, wings and ranch flavor.
Oh man,
You can find them on SouthernKernels.com.
Bro, they're not gonna sponsor if you fuck up their name.
I fuck up everything I say, okay? You don't recall that one episode, English is hard? It's a fucking struggle. You got anything you want to add on to the topics for Appreciation Day?
Today I woke up pissed. I woke up
Yeah.
like in a mood to.
That was me Sunday.
Yeah, like I woke up ready to get into an argument at work. Like I was like, fuck it, somebody wants to come at me, let's go. I'm losing my job today.
I got to shout out Nate, man, the guy I work with, gave me a tip for one of the things we've been having like a lot of issues with over the last couple weeks with our job. What he told me to do just got it worked perfectly. Because
Like,
I don't really want to go into specifics or details about my job because I don't know if it's really allowed. So that's why I try to minimize the amount of information I give.
yeah, let's err on the side of caution.
Yeah, shout out to Nate for helping me out. Appreciate that. If you ever listen.
Some problem that I have with like doing the editing is, am I editing for the video or do I edit for the audio? So 99.99% of our listeners are that
Or audio.
Or audio. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck, I really don't care about the video. So
No,
if you see
I always edit for the audio.
so if you look at our YouTube, we
Yeah,
are fucking robots.
I was watching it the other day. I was just like, this shit needs to be smoother. We got poor production quality, dude. We need to fire the guy who ever does the editing. And then I remembered it was you.
You fire 50% of the podcast.
Like 30%, you mean?
Mm.
I'm just kidding. That's not
Are
true.
you the 30%?
No, I'm the 70%. I'm the voice and the face. Look at this beauty.
You're the
No,
sassy
I'm the what?
the sassy comic relief. Let's just.
Oh, okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Appreciate your loving girlfriend. Show her some love. Instead of the things that piss you off, what are some of the things that you love about her?
Oh my god. Let's not go down this rabbit hole, Dr. Phil.
Oh, let's do it. We did what pisses us off last week. Let's do what makes us happy this week. That is a topic.
So if Mallory doesn't know that I love her as much as I possibly can, maybe this little segment will show her that I do. She deals with my shit, right? And I mean, I think I said this last week. On paper, I'm probably a shitty ass boyfriend. The way she treats my kid, me, it's beyond more than what I could ask for.
Yeah.
Way more than I deserve. She cooks for me. She's actually a really good cook, despite what I said a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
I was just an Easter egg for her to see like if she's actually listening.
Yeah.
Took her like 3 weeks. Took her like 2 weeks after the episode aired. She goes, "What the fuck you mean I'm a bad cook?"
That's funny.
But no, she cooks for me, and she cooks these amazing meals, and she's actually very methodical about it. She,
Yeah.
yeah, she does her
Do you
shopping.
think she feels pressure to do well in the kitchen because of what you do for a living?
Yes and no at the same time.
If it's me, I wouldn't give two shit. Like, motherfucker, it was frozen pizza. You eat it or you don't. I don't care.
At some level, right, I can appreciate fine dining food because I've done it, but I also know where I grew up. Right.
Right.
I remember. I know what I grew up eating. I remember what I grew up. I appreciate Taco Bell just as much as I appreciate a 5-star meal. A meal's a meal at the end of the day, and
You're not one of those pretentious assholes that are like, that can't touch my tongue.
Oh fuck no, I am
Like, give me that sloppy toppy. I want it.
exactly.
I think that means something else, by the way. So it probably wasn't the best terminology to use, but
Urban Dictionary at Rugwig before.
sloppy toppy, I think, is head. But
I'll take that.
yeah, whatever. It fits. It's good.
I appreciate the meals that I get. Right, she has made bland ass rice over and over and over again, and I still eat it because at the end of the day, it's still a meal, and I appreciate the fact that she even tried or she even does anything
Can't
for
help.
me.
Look, she can't help it. She's white. Okay, white people don't know about spices.
Oh my god! So my mom came over, right? And Mallory's explaining how she does rice. She does it in the microwave. My mom looked like she was the devil. That same exact look that you have right now.
I mean, I wouldn't even cook rice in the microwave, but that's partly to do with but
it worked. And I mean,
we get a rice cooker.
I did. That's one of the presents I got her for Christmas. Don't laugh. That's what she wanted.
Okay, that's fair. That's just you're cooking in the microwave. Mama comes home, and then for Christmas, this one's for you. Oh, a rice cooker. Yes, it's a rice cooker. It's not a microwave. By the way, Mal, I'm just joking. It's all for fun.
Where's my little sheet of paper?
He's lying.
And she tells me she loves me every day, you know?
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, those little things that she does. And because I've already been through a very serious relationship beforehand, and I know what I don't want anymore. Right. I went through that checklist in my head, and I said, okay, this is not what I want. This is not the type of person that I want. She hits all the boxes that I do want. Any little flaws she has, I can overlook because of the amount of great she actually.
Yeah, that's good. You just need to teach her about Goya.
Oh, she knows about Goya now.
Yeah. You know, I don't know shit about cooking, but I know enough because of Debbie and your mom. At least what I'm working with. If I had to cook, I probably could, but it's more effort than I ever want to put into it.
And if I tried cooking, I probably could.
That's what you do every day, isn't it?
If I tried.
That's like me saying if I tried to play a game, I could be good at it. But like
it's what you do every day.
But that sentiment's not true at all. I do try every day, and I'm just not good at it. I just suck at what I do. Okay, like when I'm playing Smite, like there's times where I know I shouldn't be doing something. I do it anyways. Or the team's calling out, "Hey, don't do that, Britt. Don't do that." Here I am just
chugging along.
Something bad. My bad, team. We told you. I know you told me, but
nobody from my family has tried my food. I have not tried Debbie's food yet.
You gotta have her steak.
Right, like
No. Her steak is, it's one of the, it's the best thing I've ever had. Honestly.
So for
when we first, go ahead.
For those who are listening and don't know the background that we're talking about, Debbie has a culinary degree, and from what I hear, she's amazing at actually cooking. She just doesn't want to do it for a living, which more power to her.
She doesn't like cooking for people. That's what it is. She doesn't like cooking for people. She wants to cook for herself. That's it.
As selfish as that fucking sounds, but okay. For me, it's the opposite, right?
I mean, I get the benefit from it, so I'm okay with it.
That's true. I wish people could see me how I am, like in a kitchen. I'm a very different person than what I am in real life.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, that's your work. You know what I mean? You're focused. You know, it's a completely different you, right? It's the same way with me when it comes to my job. Like, you know, now, I mean, I still keep some of my personality because I have to deal with people face to face, you know, so I keep that upbeat, positive, funny, charismatic type shit that I can do. But at the same time, I'm also very focused on getting my job done and staying professional in that same sense.
Of course.
For me, like Debbie's cooking is a blessing because obviously I don't cook at all. I think I can cook like one meal that's not out of a box, and that was tilapia. Like I do a lemon pepper tilapia with some greens and some black eyed peas, and it's a good meal. She doesn't eat fish, so I don't get to cook it, but that's like the only meal that I can cook. Are you frozen? You look frozen on my screen.
You're frozen on
Oh,
my
you
screen.
just were stoic. Oh, okay. You just like,
I'm
but
listening.
yeah, but Debbie's her steak. So when we first met, like I didn't really enjoy steak, and I think it had a lot to do with how I had steak prepared for me growing up. It was always cooked well done, so that's what I preferred. Yeah, trust me, I know my mistake. I see it now. But so I'd always had it prepared well done, you know, as a child growing up. And it was never good cuts of steak either, because you know we weren't well off family
No,
when you
I
know
mean,
growing up. We got by, but so you know when my mom did go get steaks, you know she got what she could, and you know I ate it and enjoyed it, but I always used A1 with it, and it was always to me tough and just not good. I just never really enjoyed it. Well,
A1?
I used to not like the fact that, yeah, your face is, yeah, it was
Yeah.
that face right there. Yep. So as I got older and, you know, my stepdad came into the picture and he would cook my steaks. Well, I never really liked my steak bloody because, one, at the time, I didn't really know that it wasn't blood as much as it was the hemoglobin in the steak and the way that that whole transaction works, right? Well, the first time Debbie cooked me a steak, she ended up cooking it. It was more of a medium, but I didn't have the heart to send it back because she had spent all day cooking, and you know I wasn't. This is like when we first got together, and she just made steak. I wasn't gonna be like, it's not well done. I don't. I just ate it. Oh my god, it was. So you watch Food Wars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole orgasmic crazy scenes that they have in that anime when they eat the food, that is literally what happened to me. Like it was life changing. And I had A1 on my plate, but I took the first bite without it and I finished that steak without any A1, anything. And now I won't eat my steak any other way than medium with and I don't want any additives unless it's sauteed mushroom, but I don't want it poured over my steak.
No,
I
on the
want it
side.
on the side so that way I can take the mushroom and then the steak and eat it, you know, like that because I don't want any extras. I enjoy the taste of a good steak, ribeye. Preferred cut, I love a ribeye, and it's just fucking her steaks are delicious. My favorite is when she does like a salt crust,
Yeah.
like she salts it and then sears it on the pan to where it gets that nice little crust finish. So when I bite into it, it's just
Crunchy
I
and
get
salty.
I get the succulent of the meat and the juice from the inside, but then I have that salty crust on the. Oh my god, it's fucking delicious.
First meal I ever cooked for Mallory was actually short ribs. I cooked her short ribs. I'm trying to remember now, but she was at work and I went to her place and I put the short ribs in so that way her house can smell when she walked in. And then I made
Yeah,
her risotto style cauliflower with some green beans. No, asparagus.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, that
yeah. We had
was
asparagus with the steak, but clearly you can see how passionate I am about that steak.
yeah.
Like how much I love it. Like she literally changed my world with that one meal. And then every other meal that has followed, obviously, you know what I'm saying? She's an amazing cook and I love her food and I love her to death for cooking me food. It's yeah. Yep. So I always told her if we ever break up, we still live together. She goes, why? I was like, well, one, I don't want to get to know another person. And two, I mean, who else is gonna cook for me like you do? So your new boyfriend will just have to deal.
You can just come live with us.
Fine. Fuck it. As long as I still get food and we have a happy home for Loli, it's fine. Who is that? It's your uncle. Don't worry about it.
Debbie has a lot of Loli has a lot of uncles. Uh,
But yeah, no, I do. I love Debbie to death. She deals with a lot of shit with me and my anxiety, and she's always there for me. And she does a lot around here. You know what I mean? That she doesn't get enough appreciation for. So shout out to you, babe. Love you.
Shout out to you, babe. I love you. She's
And
on
to
the
you,
couch
Kiki.
over there. But
And to you, Kike. I love you too, buddy.
Mallory, babe, I love you. No, I'm not. I was actually talking a lot of nice shit right now. Yeah.
See, that's when you know how much shit we talk that they think we're being funny.
Oh, here she is.
Are you being nice?
I am being nice. I
Oh,
wasn't
where's
at
my?
first. I was talking a lot of shit at first. I'm
I
kidding.
heard you
Hold
talking
on.
all the way I cook rice. Not anymore, thanks to my Instapot. He's lying. About what?
Me talking all the nice shit, I guess. You can hear it. You'll hear it in 2 weeks.
Just watch the episode. I'm kidding. Tell her I'm joking.
Hmm?
I'm joking. It is a
He's
joke.
joking. He's
No,
joking.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh shit! But no, for real though. After a moment of our sponsorships,
Southern Colonel.
we'll be right back.
Southern Colonel. Do you like the flavor of the South in one bite?
Mm.
Southern Colonel.
It should be a commercial. What'd you do? You just see us on the internet one day for Southern Colonel. It's just this clip. I'd be calling our fucking lawyers.
I'll be like, what lawyers, bro?
You got one. Call him. Get him on the phone.
Oh, man. No, fuck it. They want to plaster our face out there. Just let them. Just leave the
Well,
tag. Leave the tag.
they
That's
need-
all I ask.
They need to give us.
Free popcorn. You already said your
Yeah.
demands.
I'm gonna drop them popcorn.
You didn't even want money. You just want popcorn.
Yeah,
I just want
that's
coffee.
all I need.
I just want
There you
coffee.
go.
That's all I want. I'm not gonna be too picky.
I had to pick up the popcorn that I dropped so Asa doesn't get a hold of it.
Dogs
I
can't
don't
have
know
popcorn.
how. I don't know, but he probably shouldn't eat wings and ranch popcorn.
Can it taste spice? I don't know.
I don't know, actually. I was gonna say
I don't know
I
either.
assume that dog could taste spice because they have taste buds, right?
Chickens can't taste spice. You know that?
Do chickens have tongue?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm 99% sure chickens have tongues. I'm not 100% sure. I've never like killed a chicken, opened up its mouth.
Let's Google this, dude. Chickens have tongue. Yes, they do. They do have tongues. They have an important role. Without tongues, chickens would not be able to eat very well. It may be small, but a chicken's tongue is a vital part of its anatomy.
Huh. Go
The
in there,
more
we
you
go.
know.
Reading Rainbow.
Move, dog. So last night, we're sitting here, and Debbie, there's this cat outside. Okay, someone dropped it off.
Just
And it was
randomly.
just and it's a very friendly cat. Like it just this lady was outside and it ran up to her, and so she started petting it, and she picked it up and was just loving on it. Well, she goes to get in her car to drive away. The cat jumped in the car and was like, "Let's go." It was just ready to leave. And so we posted it up on Facebook on some of these pet advocate sites trying to find a home for it. Well, last night it just sit in our windowsill and was just meowing, and it's obviously it's snowing outside, and she's like, I feel so bad for this cat. And if you all don't know Debbie,
She has
she
a-
hates cats.
She's allergic.
She's allergic, like really allergic, and she hates them because of how allergic she is. Okay, but she's like, I feel really bad. She's like, should we do something? I was like, well, what do you want me to do? I was like, you want me to bring it in? She goes, no. I was like, are you sure? And she goes, no. And so I just let it go. Well, about 2:00, I decided to go check outside, like how bad the snow is. And the cat is down a little ways, up against the wall, just
Oh.
real weak, just weak meows. And so I call it over. Obviously, my dog's going ape shit in the background at the door. And so I go into the bedroom and I was like, do you just want me to bring the cat and put it in the bathroom at least until morning? And she goes, yeah, I guess that's fine. And so we brought it in so it wasn't like completely cold. And then this morning she took the cat. She did. Took the cat in her car and ran it down to Louisville Metro to run it through the system to see if it was chipped. And Louisville Metro seen its ear and realized it had already been through their system. You know what I'm saying? They had already neutered it and everything. Because they clipped the ear like at the top part on one of their ears, and that's, I guess, their way of knowing that they've already brought it in, neutered it, and put it back out in the wild. So obviously it can't have any more kittens. But they're like, there's nothing else we can do with it. And so she had, we were forced to bring it back and, put it back outside. But so yeah, we're trying to find a home for that cat. But I thought it was funny that she advocated so fiercely for something she hates so passionately.
She has a heart.
She's a good person.
Yeah. I am not going to tell you what I've done in my sketchy past of a culinarian, because I think it would break a lot of hearts. And
what, you cook a cat?
No, hell no. No pets. Yeah.
I mean, that's your job. I get it, but that's still that's rough. Like, I feel bad for the lobsters at Red Lobster just sitting in the tank waiting. Like, your time's coming, buddy.
You name them first. Make it personal.
Oh God, that's horrible. That's rough.
There's, you know how many times I've went to like a goat farm for a slaughter?
Mm-mm.
Plenty of times. I would name them before I would pick them up.
Well, PETA's coming. We're getting ready to get PETA'd the fuck up. They're gonna start throwing fucking paint at our houses.
Do you think a polar bear cares about my life?
No, it's not that. It's just PETA, the Advocation for Animal Rights.
Oh, I understand who they are.
We were talking about pets, not food. And you're like, I've slaughtered rabbits and goats.
And cows. I've slaughtered plenty of those.
Well, look, I seen something on Facebook, and it was like, would you still eat it if it had a name? Oh, yes. Yeah, I would try to find one that had my name, and then I'd eat that one. That's what the post said or whatever, and I thought it was funny. But yeah, you could put a flower or dress it up however you want. A steak's still a steak to me at the end of the day, and I'm going to eat the fuck out of it. I am a carnivore. I'm a meat eater. Vegans, more power to you guys. I don't have no qualms with the way you live, but don't hate on me for the way that I live. I like meat. It is what it is. Some animals are food, and they're like, well, where do you draw the line? I usually stop at horse, but if it gets down to the nitty gritty and that's all that there is, then I might reconsider. But
I have no problem with vegans, vegetarians, or anything like that. A lot of my friends are.
Yeah, and I mean, more power to them for that.
And
honestly.
I have tried that lifestyle. I wanted to see how they live and see through their shoes, right?
Yeah.
But as a culinarian, as a person that stands in the kitchen with chef coat on, if my customer is demanding a burger, I'm gonna serve them a fucking good ass burger.
But you need to know how that burger tastes, because you can't send out food you're not tasting.
Exactly.
Because you gotta know if it's good, if it's worthy.
They also pay me to make sure I'm giving them the best experience possible, right?
Right.
If that means to slaughter some goats and chickens and rabbits and cows, pigs. I've been to a lot of farms and picked out a lot of animals, and for those who...
That's fine. I personally couldn't do that portion of the job. Like, you can give me the meat, I'll cook it, but I couldn't be the killer. I would feel awful.
Oh, I'm not the killer. I'm the opposite of the president does on Thanksgiving. You know how he pardons a chicken or a turkey? Yeah, I unpardon any of those animals that are alive. Yeah. I'm like, nah, that one's mine.
Yeah.
His name is Charlie, and he's going into that room, and he's going to come out beautifully done.
Yeah. Yeah, I say I wouldn't have a problem picking out the animal, but I just don't want to be around when it dies.
I have seen many of them.
Yeah.
And so...
We should probably cut this whole section just because it was Appreciation Day, and it kind of went sideways into a more very dark and morbid place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Save it for a TikTok combo or something.
For sure. For the social media.
Yeah.
We're probably not even then at that point. I'm actually just gonna leave it in, but
it's a terrible way to end Appreciation Day.
I'm appreciating the animals that come to my kitchen.
All right, that's fair. Self-appreciation.
No. I don't appreciate myself.
I don't really appreciate myself either. Self-depreciation.
Okay. All right. It's the new year, right?
Mm-hmm.
How can we put more positivity out there?
About being more positive.
Is it helping one person a day? Is it
I
what
wouldn't
can
really set a goal of helping one person a day because you might not be able to help one person a day.
so you help two
Maybe
one day?
but maybe your time spent other. Because see, there you go. You're setting an expectation for yourself to fail, and that's where you go wrong, right? You do what you can to help others when you can. If the opportunity arises and you can pay it forward, pay it forward. If you see an opportunity to, make someone smile, do it. Pay a compliment. The smallest gestures can mean like could have the biggest impact on someone's day. Just, telling somebody that their hair looks nice or you really like their coat. Whatever the case is, but just by being nice and being kind to each other and always be mindful that you don't know what someone else is going through. So that compliment that you pay somebody could change their entire day completely. Could make them feel $1,000,000 when they may have been feeling down in the dirt for whatever reason. So just always be mindful and try to be kind. Because if you set that expectation that I'm going to help one person a day, well, then you start, at least for me, that adds that stress and anxiety. I didn't help no one today, so now I got to do 2 tomorrow. Well, then it's going to end up being 10 by the end of the month. And that's just not good. I start getting behind and then I feel the stress. So for me personally, I will try to help someone out. I won't set any expectations past that, but being mindful and just paying a compliment to someone could be the biggest gesture in their eyes. And it doesn't take anything out of your wallet, doesn't take any time from your day to just be nice.
I can do that. I can stand by that.
You
Being
know,
nice because it's again, if I'm in the line, I'm not the nicest guy.
if I'm online playing a game, I'm not the nicest guy either.
But that's different though, right?
It's not because
Toxicity in a game is kind of like,
it shouldn't be.
but it
Plain and
is.
simple. Yeah, it is, but it's another problem with the community, right? Like, it- still, you don't know what these people are going through at home, and
You're
then
100% right.
you're over here talking mad shit, telling them they suck and they need to uninstall the game because they had a bad game or they're just not very good at it. Either way, I shouldn't have said those things the other day.
Did you really?
Oh, I did. The guy was an asshole though, so I didn't
So
feel bad for it.
if I'm gonna get angry at a game, I would never be that blatantly rude. Just because at one point in time, I was that bad. I probably still am that bad. So I make a comedy out of it, right? I tell them that they love mayonnaise. I don't know why that triggers people as bad as it does. I'm pretty sure I could have told him to uninstall the game. He would have taken it a lot better than me telling him, bruh, it's all good. I know you're eating mayonnaise right now. And he was just like, he was just not,
Not having it.
no.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the other night we were playing, and I got into a slew of just bad games where like I was playing an ADC role, and the supports that I had were just I don't know what the fuck they were doing. I mean, I'm not great at ADC, but I mean they weren't even following the meta. They just weren't doing shit the right way.
Okay, so for those of listening who don't know gamer lingo, ADC means attack, damage, carry. Meta is the current state of the game, what is strong. So continue. Sorry. Support
Yeah,
is exactly what.
support. Yeah, they support the carry. But so in Smite, like right now, they have this item. It's a consumable. It's called the Hand of God, and you can use it on a jungle camp. And these supports just didn't even buy it. And him not buying it is unfortunate, but it's not the biggest thing. The biggest thing was I was at the camp waiting. The guy was just straight AFK.
Mm.
So the minions spawn, the game starts
AFK is
away
away
from
from
keyboard.
keyboard.
Yep. But so he's not there. He's still at the base. I'm already at the fucking jungle camp waiting. Minions are spawning, going to lane, game starting. He's not there, so I can't do the jungle camp. So that means I don't get the XP that I need, and I miss out on that XP. And then I'm forced to solo lane against two other players, and I have to play. I have to play back, so I'm getting forced off of my wave, which means I'm losing more XP and gold. And then he comes back and he's just like, "Sorry," in the in-game chat, and I'm like, "Bruh." And then when he gets to lane, he just proceeds to fuck off and do stupid shit and gets me killed, and I proceed to rage at that point for the rest of the game. Yep, fuck that guy. I did not like him at all.
That's one person
He
you don't
does.
appreciate.
He does not get appreciation day. Fuck him and everything he stands for. That's something else we need to get. We need to get a
Soundboard.
soundboard. Well, you have to get the soundboard. I have a Streamlabs that can do soundboard stuff, but because you're the one recording, it wouldn't come through my audio. But you could do the air horn. Purr, 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 purr. Southern Colonel popcorn. That's funny.
What should the title of this
Appreciation Day.
for Southern Colonel?
No. I've said the title like 12 times,
I know.
hoping you would pick up on it.
Oh, I know, but I
Okay.
did pick it up.
Okay.
But I just
Fair
wanted
enough.
I wanted you to say it so I could say for Southern Colonel.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Appreciation Day. For sure. So I should probably not wear a white shirt if I'm going to have my white light on so my face isn't so dark, because the white shirt with the white light, then I just get whitewashed and I look like Casper.
Bro, half your wardrobe is white shirts.
I have a lot of white shirts. And I just bought like fucking 20 more plain white tees because I had to get rid of all my old ones. Because I'm a fat bastard and I sweat a lot.
I'm surprised you haven't been wearing your merch that you got for Christmas.
Oh, I wear that out in public, not just lounging around at home.
But you're recording.
That's true, but yeah, I probably could wear some shirts for recording instead of just my white tees. I like my white tees though; they're comfortable. This is a plain white tee; they're comfy. They go around the neckline good. They don't sag or
No, it looks good.
I like them. They're nice. They're they're one brand. That guy, I don't know, George something. The clothes brand George. I don't know what the fuck his name is, but he has ties and pants and shirts.
Shout out to you,
Mhm.
George.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate your shirts, buddy. So how do we close out?
I don't know. Make something up on the spot, I guess.
I'm Britton.
I'm Chris.
Thanks for listening to us this evening, or day, or whatever time you listen to us. Make sure you hit that like button, the follow, the subscribe, the notifications, whatever platform you're on.
Whatever platform. And again, please know that you can find us on simplecast.com/gourmet-and-gamer. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Gourmet and Gamer, iTunes, Gourmet and Gamer, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere you want to find us, we are there.
You can find me on social medias just under my name, though. We don't have a Facebook yet.
I don't. So, yeah, I don't have social media. You can get me through Gourmet and Gamer. I'll probably won't respond, but
You tell your fans to reach out if they ever need to talk, and then you just tell them blatantly, straight out, I just won't respond.
oh, Brent will respond. I won't. I'll just forward him the emails. So
There you go.
He's the omnivert.
Yeah.
I'm the asshole. So
Worst outro ever, by the way.
you want to do it again?
No, it's good. Just leave it. It's real. That's the thing. Non-scripted show. Everything we talk about is real.